Okay, so this is the address table and this is the contact table. So see, these two tables are linked via address ID only. Can you give me your query, Prasanna? Can you paste your query over here? See, ideally that should not work. Yes, Prasanna, paste your query over here, please. Sorry. Hey, Prasanna, are you there? Okay. Okay, so this was your query, right? And you are saying that you are trying to execute it. Oh, no, Prasanna. Actually, ideally you should not execute only because there is no like this is not the common link between the two of them. Okay, but let me try to do one thing. Oh, okay. See over here, Prasanna. Why it is getting executed? The reason is though the address ID column, okay, of the address table and the address ID column, okay, there is address ID column over here also. So I think there is some problem over here in the database only. Can you see over here? See the address ID column. This is from the table address, correct? And the contact ID column, it is from the contact table. Okay, and the values of these two columns or the data which is feeded in these two columns are the same. See, it's 1723, it's 1723, 1729. So here also it's 1729. Okay, then 590, 590. So this is the reason it is getting executed. And And also, like before starting with the things only, I told you that this is a freeware tool. Sorry, this is a freeware tool which we are using. Okay, so it is not 100% correct. It is only for like you can try some of the things, since we don't have a licensed version of the things, and like nobody will be giving you the licensed version for now to uh, like if you want to practice the tool, so nobody is going to give you the licensed version, because that cost way too much. Okay, so it's not possible. So this is the reason we are using this freeware, and there are possibilities that there are some problems in the tool. Okay, so as you can see over here, that in the address ID and the contact ID, the data values are the same, but the name of the column is different. So this is the reason it didn't give you any error, and it is working because the data values were the same. Okay. Yes, ideally, if you want to join any of the two tables, then not only the name of the column which is present in both the tables which you want to join should be the same, but also the data values should be the same. Okay. See, as in for here, what I can say is in the contact ID there is a column name which is the address ID. Okay, and you are extracting out that address ID also, Prasanna, right? See, you are trying to extract out that address ID. Okay, so ideally this address ID, it should be equal to the address ID of the address table. Okay, but it is not so. See, the address ID, it is 1723, but over here it's not the same. Only the name of the columns are the same. That's it. Okay, Prasanna? It was getting executed only because the data values were the same. That's it. Okay, this is the reason it's not throwing any error. Okay. Okay, so now we need to discuss a bit about the quality center, and from tomorrow we would be starting working practically on that quality center tool. But before starting with this thing, do you remember that we have discussed about the software testing lifecycle previously? What is the software testing lifecycle and what all are the phases in that? Can anyone tell me? Yes, what is the software testing lifecycle? Okay, Sakib, the first phase is the requirement. Yeah, that is understanding the requirements. Okay. Then, correct, Tejaswita Kusuma. Then is the test plan. Then the test cases, correct. Sarda, test planning, then the test cases, then the test execution. Coding, Kusuma, we are talking about the software testing life cycle. So in testing, there is no coding, right? Yes, Tejaswita. Test data should be there before the test execution. Yes, Prasanna, test planning, then designing the test execution, result analysis, bug tracking. Okay, these are some other ways of saying the same thing. Okay. So the phases which we discussed earlier were, first you need to understand the requirements. Okay. Then you need to create the test plan. Okay. Then after that, you need to design the test cases, prepare the test data, do the execution. Okay. And then analyze your results. If there are any defects, then you need to report it back to the development team. Okay, and then after that there is one more thing that we need to do is the test closure activities. When the defects are closed and everything is done, then we need to do the test closure activities also. Okay, so first phase would be your requirement, understanding the requirement. Then after that you need to do the test planning and the analysis. Okay, then you need to design the test cases. So more technically it would be said like the test design phase. Then under the test design, apart from your writing the test cases, test data would also be included. Okay, preparation of the test data. So it would be the test case writing, test cases are written, and also the test data is prepared. Okay. Then once you are ready with the test cases and the test data, then what you need to do is the execution. Okay. And once the execution is done, then you need to prepare if there are any defects, then you need to prepare the defect report. Okay. And since you are going to prepare the defect report and give it to the developer, so you need to do the tracking also, whether the defects are like they are rectified or not. Okay, and if they are rectified, then you need to again do the retesting, and to the dependent modules you need to do the regression testing also. So for that you need to keep a track of all those things. Okay, so that phase would be, in technical terms, it would be known as the defect report and the tracking stage. Okay, and once the things are done completely, then you need to do the test closure activities. Okay, so these all are the phases of your STLC, that is the software testing lifecycle. Okay, now what is this quality center tool and why do we need this tool? We can write down the defects, we can write down the test cases, we can prepare the test data, everything in the Excel sheet also, right? Then why do we need these things? Why do we need a tool for writing, or why do we need a quality center tool? Okay, so before explaining that why do we need this tool, let me explain you that what is this tool about. Okay, so your QC, it is actually a test management tool. Okay, and in addition to that, it also do the defect tracking for you. Okay, but basically we say that it is a test management tool only, so which cover up some portion of the defect tracking also. Okay, so this is the test management tool in which you manage all the testing process which you need to do. Okay, so if I say that this is a test management tool in which we manage all the testing process that we need to do. So what all things are required in the testing process? The main things, okay, from a simple like, or from a tester point of view, what all things do we need to write down? We need to write down the test cases, we need to write down the test data. So these things could be written in the test management tool only, that is the quality center tool. Okay, so we can write down the test cases onto this tool, we can prepare the test data. See, whatever things you would be writing or you would be inputting over here in the quality center, it is not something which would be inputted on its own. Okay, you need to manually go and write down the test cases as you were writing it in the Excel sheet. The only difference would be you are now going to write it down in the Quality Center tool. Okay, so don't be under the impression that it would automatically do the things for you, because it is not an automation tool. Okay, Quality Center is not an automation tool. Okay, it is only a test management tool which can allow you to keep all the things under a single place. Okay, and the things could be managed in a proper way. So this is the reason it is known as the management tool, which is used by the management people so that all the things are under one roof only. Okay, because in a team I would be having some 5 or 10 testers. Okay, and they would be writing down the test cases. If suppose that there is no tool, okay, then they would be writing down the test cases on their own systems in their Excel sheet. Okay, okay, so let me just explain this thing in a more appropriate manner. See, suppose say I have a team of say 5 testers, okay, and I am not using any tool in my company. So what will happen? I will ask them that you need to write down the test cases. Okay, so every person or every tester would be writing down the test cases on their own system. Okay, so since there are some 5 testers which we are having in our team, so on to the 5 systems they would be writing down their test cases. Okay, now if these test cases are to be reviewed by the test lead, so what they will do? They will mail the things to the test lead, right? So this is the system of the test lead, and he is getting all the inputs from the testers and he is going to review the test cases. Okay, and if there are some point of improvement, so again he has to like mail it back to the testers, okay, to the various testers, that what all are the points of improvement. Sarda, we would be like having it for some 5 minutes more, I guess, for today. Okay. And also, he would be mailing back the things to them. And also, while writing down the test cases, you know that the testers, they required the documents, right? And onto those documents only they will have to write down the test cases. So what the test lead will have to do? He needs to keep a copy of the document with himself, okay, and he needs to give a copy to each and every tester also. Okay, if they are actually not synchronized, if they are like if they are working on to their own systems, okay, so he needs to give a copy of the document to each and every tester also. Then if suppose say we are following the agile methodology in our project, okay, now in the middle of the things the client comes up to you and he changes some of the requirements in the document. Okay, so what will happen? The business analyst, he will give the changed requirement document to the project manager. Okay, so the project manager then will give to the test lead, and now the testing test lead and the development test lead also. Okay, so but basically we are concerned about the testing people only, so we would be talking about the testing team lead only. Okay, so he would be giving the change requirement document to the testing lead. Okay, now this testing lead, he has the responsibility of giving the new documents to each and every tester. Okay, this increases his effort also, and also like if he is giving the documents, like the change documents every now and then, and the people are mailing him for the review of the things, and he has to mail them back again that with the new points of improvement if he can see. Okay, so what this will make is a lot of trouble for the testers also and for the test leads also, because every now and then the mail would be going here and then. Okay, so it becomes difficult that what all are the test cases, or what was the mail, of the test cases in which the proper test cases were written. Okay, so there are chances that you miss that mail. Okay, and like if you need to go for an urgent meeting to give those test cases to the project manager, okay, then during that point of hurry you are not able to find out those test cases only. Okay, so there are certain points in which these things could be problematic. Okay, now what if I create a single system, okay, wherein all the documents are kept, okay, every person who is writing down the test cases, he is writing down the test cases onto the system, this system only. Okay, the first tester is also writing over here, the second tester is also submitting the test cases over here, the third one is also submitting over here. Okay, and if since the documents are present over here, now if the client comes and wants to do some changes in the requirement document, okay, so since I have kept it over here in the generalized way, okay, for everyone to access it, so whatever changes are done are just reflected over here in this document only. Okay, and we have just sent a mail across that now see the revised document. So who all people who have the authority of viewing this system, because this is also kept in a system. Okay, so all those people who have the authority of viewing this system, okay, they would be able to see the change documents. You don't have to personally go and mail each and every person. Correct. So this is what is actually done in the test management tool. So what we are doing is we are keeping all the things under one roof. Okay, and every tester, his system is actually connected, or we can say that on his system he is given a link to be connected to this particular system wherein all the documents are kept, and what all test cases they are writing on their systems, they will submit it over here wherein the test lead is also connected. Okay, and suppose say he is the test lead, so the second tester, he will just mail to the test lead that I have submitted my test case document, please review to it. So what he will do, he will review it. If there are some chances of improvement, so he will mark the note over here only, so it is visible to the tester also. So in that case they don't have to keep just telling to each other that okay, so by via mail or via phone or going to each other's desk, whatever thing they are using onto their IT team. Okay, so this would help the tester also and to the test lead also. So this is what basically we are going to do in the QC. We are going to keep each and every document, each and every test case under a single system wherein the different testers are given the authority to log into that system. Okay, and then they can either submit their test cases, or if they want to see the documents which are present over there, okay, so they can do so. Okay, so if the tester has to like see the documents which are present over there, then he needs a certain user ID and the password to link to the system. Okay, or we can say to link to QC. Okay, so each tester would be given separate user ID and separate password. The test lead will also be given a separate user ID and password. And since the documents are also kept here, so the business analyst people are also having the authority to log in into the QC. Okay, since they have to deal with the documents. Okay, clear with this thing? Okay, then if you are clear up till this point, then we can discuss tomorrow about the other parts of QC. Okay. Yes, is it clear to each one of you? Okay then. I think then we are good to go for today, and we'll see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. EDT. Okay. Yeah, okay. Bye bye. Thank you all.